welcome to another lookbook video. I just wanted to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. Initially I was supposed to stay home and chill out, but I actually ended up, it's not like it was anything that strenuous, but my aunt and my uncle were actually in town, so me and my mom and my brother went to go see them for a little while. We just hung out at their hotel, but my mom was saying that they were here, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go and hang out with them. I had no idea that they were seeing her, but I saw something on the calendar about my aunt, and I was like, oh, I thought it was like my mom sometimes puts reminders for herself to like remember to call somebody or to call like family or whatever. Sometimes she'll just put it on the calendar. So I saw it on there earlier, and I was like, why would she write that down though? Like usually she just writes down like more important phone calls, like with like a repairman or something like that, but it's whatever. So yeah, I actually ran a couple errands today. I actually went to Spirit Halloween today, and mostly I was just doing laundry because I really desperately needed to do laundry today, but that's all I ended up getting done. I wanted to like relax a little bit today because I actually have medieval times tomorrow, but I'll just relax after dinner, which is usually what ends up happening. But I got my costume. I have to try it on though for actually not Halloween, but like the weekend before that, because usually me and my friend go out for it. So anyway, I ended up doing more than I thought I was going to. I was just going to stay home for the rest of the day after that, but I was like, you know what? We'll go see them. We actually didn't really get to spend any time with them during my sister's wedding. We only saw them at the wedding, so I was like, yeah, we can go see them. So I primed my eyes with my Colourpop Party Proof Primer, and then I just, of course, just used my Amicole lip oil, and then I set my eyes with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my palette, I just wanted to go into the Colourpop 1111 palette again, so I get a little bit more use out of it. So I went in with the shade Protection in the crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with this shade, which is called Perfect Harmony. It's kind of like a cool tone, like dark purpley brown. And it's still like a neutral shade, so it just ended up being like kind of a warm tone look, but I really like how it turned out. And then I used this shade Empowered again on the outer corners. And then for my lid, I went in with like the kind of pressed pearlescent glitter formula that they have, and this one's called Reflect, and it's such a pretty like brownish sparkly warm tone goldish color, like bronzy gold. And then for the inner corners, I just went in with the shade Total Angel, and that's all I used from the palette. So now I only have to use this shade and this shade on the lid, so we're making good progress. I've used 3 shades already. And then for my brow bone, I just went in with my Precious from the So Jaded palette again, but I am really tired now, so like I can't wait to just sit and watch TV with my mom. And then I used the LA Girl liner in the shade Brown. And then for my mascara, I just used the Colourpop Lengthening Mascara, this one on the top and bottom lashes. And then for my face, I primed with the Do It Spray, and then I used the Say Star Glow Super Gel Primer again because I'm trying to use that up. And then for my base, I used the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I love this. It's just so super natural and so everyday friendly. I really love using it. It's just like a lightweight base product, and this one's in the shade Shade 1 Fair. And then for my concealer, I went in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm, and then I set my under eyes with the Becca Hydra Mist Powder, and then I set my face with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Powder. And then for my bronzer, I just went into my Colourpop Matte Bronzer in the shade Alviva Beach. This is always my go-to if I don't know what bronzer to wear, so I just used that one. And then for my blush and highlight, I also used Colourpop. I just went into the Press Powder Blush from the 1111 collection again in the shade Claim It, and I just used that for my cheeks because I wanted to use the blush again, so I just used that. Because I just wore my Looney Tunes sweatshirt today. I wanted to be comfortable, and I just wore leggings because I am in so much muscle pain today. I was actually yesterday, and I iced it last night, but I did go to Target today, and I picked up some Icy Hot patches, so I'm going to wear these probably when we're watching TV, or I might just put it on now because my abs have been hurting still, and I have to go to Medieval Times tomorrow, and that's going to be a long day. So yeah, and then for my highlight, I use the Soul Body Shimmering Body Powder in the shade Bronze Hour. This is also Colourpop's brand. So this one's from the So Fly collection, so I use this one today. It's like a really pretty sparkly bronzy pink, and it's really pretty, so I just wanted to use that. And then I set my face with the Milk Makeup setting. I mean, actually the Do It spray, and then I set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I didn't really feel like wearing lipstick today, so I just went in with a gloss. So I went in with the Kaja Glass Lip Oil in the shade Rose Hip Spritz. So I just wore that all day, and it's just such an easy lip product. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I went to Target and I went to Spirit to get my Halloween costume, and then as soon as I got home, my mom was home and saying, do you want to go visit your aunt and uncle at the hotel they're staying at, because they're here for my cousin's wedding. We don't really get along with that side of the family. We only get along with my mom's younger sister, so that's who we saw today. But it's like kind of awkward that they were like going to the wedding and we just go home. But honestly, that would have been such a long weekend for me if I went to the wedding and the reception today. Oh my God. But it would have been fun though. But I was just so beyond tired today. I could not handle that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So Medieval Times tomorrow. I'm super excited. So yeah, hopefully I'll get some rest tonight though. So bye. Okay, so hi. So I want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. So I did tell you guys that I went to Medieval Times, which is in Jersey. So it's like not even an hour and a half drive. We got there in like an hour and 20 minutes. And it was a really, really fun time. I went for my friend's birthday and it was really, really fun. My voice is a little bit shot though from screaming for our team, but I'm so glad that we did that. That's like the third time I've actually been there, but I actually have never went with my friends before. It was the last time I was there was with my boyfriend's friends, and then the first time I had went was when I was like a kid in day camp. So it's always a fun time, and we're planning to go back to Jersey in December to something else that we're kind of dying to do. But we'll talk about that another time. So I prime my eyes with the so tired. I prime my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and then I use the Amicale lip oil, and then I use the Urban Decay. Oh my God, I'm so tired. This is so bright. Like I cannot. Stay Naked powder. And then for my eyes, since I wore my Disney villains dress today, because I thought that would be perfect for today, I wanted to go in with two of my Disney Colourpop palettes. So I went in with the Colourpop Hocus Pocus 2 palette, and then I went in with a little bit of the Nightmare Before Christmas palette. So mostly I used the mattes from this palette because the shimmer that I wanted to use in this palette just doesn't work. I don't know why. But I have used this palette maybe, I know I used it once before this year. I might have used it twice, but this is actually the third time I went into it. But also since it's October, I really want to get some use out of this palette. So I used Witch Hunters in the crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with Observe because I wanted to use the grays and purples in this palette as it matched my dress. And then for the outer corners, I used the black, which is called Till Midnight. And then for the lid, I was trying to go into this shade Wicked Ways. And for some reason, it's literally the only dud shade in this palette. If that shade performed well, this palette would be so good. It's such a beautiful palette. One of Colourpop's really, really good palettes. But for some reason, this is the only shade that doesn't work. So I ended up having to go over it with one of the shimmers from the Nightmare Before Christmas palette. So I decided to use the shade Frog's Breath, which is this shade here. Because it's kind of like a duochrome, like purpley gray. So purpley gray blue. So I thought that would be perfect. So that's why I whipped out this palette, because I figured that purple shade was not going to work. I was hoping that it would, because it would have been really pretty, but that's okay. And then I went in with Blend Bunny's Brighter Days on the brow bone. And then for the lower lash line and inner corners, I went into 17th Century for the inner corners. That's literally my favorite shade in the palette. It's such a beautiful, like, silvery, almost purpley gray tone shimmer. It's so pretty. And then I went in with Observe on the outer part of the lower lash line, and that's everything that I used from the palette. And then on the inner, like, middle part here, in between the inner corners and the lower lash outer corners, I went in with the shade 0 from the Nightmare palette. So I just used this shade and this shade, but I do totally intend to use this palette probably on Halloween. This will probably be my Halloween palette because I'm supposed to do something nightmare themed. There's like this nightmare pop-up shop in a town near me that I really want to do. So I'm probably most likely going to be using this palette. If not, I will try and use it on Halloween week at least. So yeah, so that's everything for the eyeshadow. And then for my liner, I actually kept it in my purse. I forgot that my purse is in here, along with my purse is in here, that it's in my purse. But I didn't even end up reapplying it because the bathrooms there were like so crazy because it's mostly you bring your kids there, but truly we're all big kids, so we really wanted to go. And again, like, I haven't been as an adult. So I used the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Charmer on my waterline. And then I used, what else did I use? The Essence Lash Primer. And then I just used the Valentino Mascara on the top. And then my Maybelline Lash Discovery on the bottom. And then I primed with the, oh my god, I can't even talk anymore. My voice is shot. With the Do It Spray and then the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And then I went in with my Glossier foundation. And this looked pretty good for most of the day. I used the shade, it's just the lightest shade in the line, very light 1. I went into this foundation quite a few times since I've gotten it, and I really do like it a lot. And then for the concealer, I went into my Urban Decay Quickie Concealer because this is a really good full coverage concealer, and I thought it would be a really good concealer to use with the Glossier one, so I just went in with that. And then I set my under eyes with the Pat McGrath powder, and then I set my face with the Urban Decay pressed powder again. And then for my bronzer, I went into my Marc Jacobs bronzer, the Omega bronzer, because I've been trying to get a little bit more use out of this, so I've been going into it more often, and it's just such a good bronzer. And then for my blush, I went into Haus Labs blush in the shade Lavender Blonde, because I wanted to use that shade again. It's just such a pretty blush. And then, of course, I wanted to use something villain related, so I went in with my Disney Villains highlighter in the shade Mistress of All Evil. This is Maleficent's highlighter. It's such a beautiful highlight, so I went in with that. And then I set my face with the Milk's makeup spray. Then I set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I went into the Essence lip liner in the shade Sucker for Gray. And then for the liquid lipstick, I'm going to have to declutter this because this is just super dried out. But it just looks so pretty. But I need to do a serious lipstick declutter. I have so much to do tomorrow. I have so much cleaning to do. I probably won't even go anywhere tomorrow because I have so much cleaning to do and I have to film my favorites video. So I use this shade Raven from Lime Crime because I'm going to need a break tomorrow. And also my abs are like still healing from the muscle pain that I had. It definitely was less today. So hopefully it'll be better by tomorrow so I can vacuum and clean. Because this coming Friday, I have Comic-Con to go to, so I can't take the down days for granted. I need to have at least one more down day. So yeah, that's it. Bye. But it was a great time, so bye. Okay, so hey there guys, I just wanted to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. It's going to be a pretty chill day today. I'm just relaxing at home. I just went and got some lunch for myself, and now I'm just cleaning my room a little bit, and then I'm finally just going to like sit down. I also filmed my favorites video today, so that's the only reason why I really put on makeup, because honestly I really didn't feel like putting on makeup today, but I still did it. So I primed my eyes with because I'm so shot from yesterday, so I just can't wait to just sit down and relax for a little while. So I primed my eyes with the Colourpop Party Proof Primer, and then I used my Amico Lip Oil, and then I set my eyes with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Powder. Excuse me. I had Chipotle for lunch, so I'm going to be burping a little bit. And then I went in with the Colourpop 1111 palette again today, because I really wanted to use this palette again just so I can test it out. I only have this shade to use now, so I've used 4 out of the 5 shimmers, so that's pretty good. So I went in with Good Thoughts in the crease, then I darkened up the crease more with Lucky Babe, and then for the outer corners I just used Empowered again. And then for the lid I went in with Total Angel, which is that really light white shade, and it looks super pretty. And then for the inner corners I just used Manifest It, which is a really beautiful gold. I really want to stop talking after this because my voice is so shot from yesterday. And then I just used Brighter Days from Blend Bunny on the brow bone. And then for my waterline I just used my LA Girl liner in brown. And then for my mascara, I just used my Lengthening Level Up mascara from Colourpop on the top and bottom lashes. I didn't even go in with lash primer. I was just too lazy. And then for my concealer, I just went in with concealer today. I really didn't feel like wearing like tinted moisturizer because there really was no point. And also, again, I just didn't really want to wear too much makeup today. So I just went in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser all over my face. And then for my powder, I just set it with the Becca Hydra Mist powder. And then for my face, I just set my face with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder again, as always. And then for my bronzer, I went in with my Colourpop bronzer in the shade Private Party. It's still a really nice, like, everyday bronzer, and I've actually been wanting to use this for, like, a hot second. It's just been sitting in front of me, and I still haven't used it. So I just went in with that. Why am I moving this? And then for my blush, if I can find it, because I went in with one that I haven't hauled yet, and there it is. I just went in with the Rose Ink blush in the shade Delphine again, just because it's just an easy everyday blush. It's just a really pretty, like, peachy blush, so I just went in with that. It's just a really nice everyday blush. I said that already. I'm tired as hell. And then for my highlight, I went into my Ilia Daylight highlighting powder in the shade Decades. I actually haven't used this in a hot second, and it's just a really pretty, like, super simple gold highlight. It's very pretty. And then I just set my face with my Do It spray, and then I set my brows with the Colourpop brow blush gel. And then for my lips, I just threw on a lip oil. I just went in with the Milk Makeup what is this called again? Odyssey lip oil gloss in the shade Explore. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go. Bye. Okay, so hey there guys. I just want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I want to go pretty quick because I want to get out of the house. So I primed my eyes with the Colourpop Party Proof Primer, and then I used the Amico lip oil. And then I set my eyes with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my eyeshadow, I wanted to go into my Colourpop Ornate palette today, because I'm trying to work through as many Colourpop palettes as possible for the fall. And I think this is the last one that I needed to use from Colourpop, so that's pretty good. So I used the shade Charisma in the crease, excuse me. Then I darkened up the crease more with Rival. Why am I burping so much? And then I used a little bit of on the outer corners, I know. But that one wasn't really too dark enough, so I wanted to just darken up a bit more with Tipsy, which is the darkest brown in the palette. And then for my lid shade, I went into the center shade, which is called Fever, which is a beautiful shimmery reddish orange. It's just so pretty. And then for the inner corners, I used the shade Gilded. I actually wanted to use Bohème, but I was on the phone with my boyfriend, so I got a little bit distracted. So I used Gilded instead. And then I used Brighter Days on the brow bone from Blend Bunny from the Forget Me Not palette. That's just been like my favorite brow bone highlight. And then for my waterline, I used Colourpop's gel liner in the shade Joyride. And then for my mascara, I used the just Essence Lash Primer, and then I used my Act Natural mascara from Colourpop, and then I just used the Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes from Maybelline. And then for my face, I primed with the Do It Spray, and then I used my NYX Marshmallow Primer today because I kind of wanted to use that. And then for my tinted moisturizer, I used the Cali Ray Free Dreaming Skin Wellness Diffusing Tint in the shade The One. I love this stuff. It's so pretty on the skin. And then for my concealer, I used the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer in the shade 110 Nude Ivory. I haven't used it in a little while, so I wanted to use it today. And then I just set my under eyes with the Becca powder, and then I just used the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder all over my face, as always. And then for my bronzer, I went back into the Colourpop Private Party bronzer just because I wanted to use it again today, and I really like this for like the fall time. And then for my blush, I wanted to go into my LYS blush again. This is the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Kindness. It's just a really pretty like burnt orange color, and it's kind of perfect for the fall time, so I just wanted to use that. And then for my highlight, I went into an oldie but a goodie. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Illuminator in the shade So Hollywood. I love this one. I've been using this one for a long time. It's just so pretty on the skin. And then I just set my face with the Do It Spray again, and then I set my brows with the Colourpop Brow Gloss Gel. And then for my lips, I went into an oldie but a goodie. This is like one of my all-time favorite lipsticks from MAC. This is MAC's Honey Love, which is the matte finish, and it's just such a beautiful go-to easy lippy. And yeah, that's it. Really easy fall look, and I love how it turned out because I absolutely love that Ornate palette. It's one of their best formula-wise. So yeah, I need to get out of the house. So bye. Okay, so hey there guys. I want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. So I primed my eyes with the Colourpop Party Proof Primer. Then I used my Ami Colé lip oil, and then I set my eyes with my Pretty Fresh powder by Colourpop. What else is new? And then for my eyeshadow palette, I went in with the newest eyeshadow palette to my collection, and I'm really happy I was able to go into Odens Eye today because I haven't used them in a little while. And this is the Odens Eye and Angelic Nyquist Trick or Treat palette. So I just filmed a first impressions on this because it just came in the mail yesterday, and I used the entire the first 2 rows of eyeshadows. So I'm very happy that I was able to use quite a bit of the palette. I've already used half of the eyeshadow, so that's really good. So I used this beautiful neon orange called Jack-o'-lantern in the crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with Candy Apple, and then I used Goblin on the outer corners, and then I used this shimmer Deadly all over the lid, and it's such a stunning like duochrome orangey bronzy gold. It's so stunning. And then for the brow bone, I went into the shade Wicked. And then for my lower lash line, I used Howl on the outer part, and then on the inner corners I used Full Moon. And then on the very lower in between part, I used Mummy's Curse, and this look just turned out absolutely stunning. I'm so obsessed with it. So I'm so happy that I got this palette because I wasn't sure if I was going to, but always the palettes that I want to skip over always become like some of my favorites in my collection. So yeah, so anyway, and then for my waterline, I just used my LA Girl liner in brown, and then for my mascara, I just used the Colourpop Level Up on the top and bottom lashes. And then I primed my face with the Do It Spray, and then I used my Rare Beauty Illuminator because I love this guy and I hadn't used it in a little while because I'm trying to use up the Say one. And then for my tinted moisturizer, I used the Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30. Sorry about the blending on this side, but I couldn't get it to look any better, and I really don't care. I was trying, but it just doesn't want to work with me today. So this is the shade Fairfax. And then for my concealer, I went into the Tower 28 concealer because I love using both of them together. And then I set my under eyes with the Becca Hydro Mist powder, and then I set my face with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my bronzer, I went into the Colourpop bronzer in the shade Alviva Beach. I just used that guy again. I don't need to open it again. You guys have seen it a few times in my Everyday Makeup Lookbooks. And then for my, I almost said highlighter. For my blush, I use the Odens Eye Alva Fruit Blusher. I'm pretty hungry, so I want to get out of here. In the shade Apricot Girl, because it's more of like a subtle peachy blush, and I hadn't used it in a little while, and I wanted to use a couple of Odens Eye products today, and it's just beautiful. And then for my highlighter, I use this highlighting palette probably like twice a month now, or I try to use it a bit more because it's so stunning. I use the Soleil highlighter palette. I don't think either of these are available anymore though, because they discontinued both of these collections. But I used these two shades combined. I'm not even going to try and pronounce them, but it's like the gold and the like lighter goldish white, and they just look stunning. I absolutely love it. And then I set my face with the Do It spray, and then I set my brows with the Colourpop Brow Blush Gel. And then for my lips, I just went into my House Labs lip crayon in the shade Peach Matte, because I wanted to use something from House Labs today too, because I was actually blasting Gaga earlier, because I was in a Gaga mood today. She's my favorite artist. So yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with the way that this turned out, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. For I think the second to last look, I'm going to be using the Odens Eye Trick or Treat palette again, because I have to, because I want to do at least 2 back-to-back looks. So yeah, bye. Okay, so hey there guys, I wanted to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I'm so tired. I literally went out to see if I could find and I'm not going to fix my makeup now because I went and got a massage and I just reapplied my lip. But yeah, I don't really care what everything else looks like. I did do a live with Allie earlier today, so if you guys want to see like my makeup fresher, you can go check that out, because I'm too lazy to reapply anything. So I primed my eyes with the Colourpop Party Proof Primer, and then of course I used the Amicale lip oil to soak my lips, and then I set my eyes with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. But I went out to see if I could find colored tights today, because I wanted to check like a few different stores for my dress that I'm going to wear tomorrow for Comic-Con, because I am going to Comic-Con tomorrow. And literally nobody had colored tights. Like literally nobody. Not even Spirit Halloween, because I went there last week. I didn't go there today. I went to Bloomingdale's, I went to Macy's, I went to Target, I went to Michael's to see if they had anything like that. They didn't have anything. And then I went to, and I doubt if they had anything at like the register or anything like that. I didn't see anything besides like t-shirts, like solid t-shirts at Michael's. But I also ate out. Like I had a Chick-fil-A salad, because literally I just went to Macy's and then I ate because I didn't want to eat too late. And then I went back to the mall and looked at Forever 21, and they don't have anything in the store. And then I also checked Bloomingdale's and they didn't have anything. And then I went and got my nails done. So I got them pink and blue for tomorrow, and I think it turned out so pretty. I really like it. I love it. I love the glitter finish. I'm glad that I did this rather than doing a design. I think it's gonna just look absolutely perfect with the dress, because I'm going in a Sleeping Beauty dress tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna wear black tights, you know. Black tights work with everything, so it's fine. I waited too long, but also like I thought it wasn't gonna be this hard to find them, especially I thought that Spirit would have them because they've had them previous years. It's like, why don't they have brighter colors? So today I used the Odens Eye Trick or Treat palette again, like I said, because y'all know I was going to use this again. So I also used this on the live, so I wanted to use more of the neutral shades today, and I absolutely love this look as well. So I used Howl in the crease and also on the lower lash line, and then I just went in with Goblin to define, and also on the outer corners, because there's not really another neutral color I really wanted to use, and that just works perfectly to define and on the outer corners. And then for the lid, I wanted to go into the gold, which is called Full Moon, and it's an absolutely stunning gold. And then I just went in with Wicked again on the brow bone, and then I went in with Mommy's Curse on the inner corners, and that's all I used today. So I really am dying to just test out the rest of the shimmers in here, but I'm not going to be able to for the next like 2 days, but I'm hoping to use this on Sunday and hopefully use it a little bit more next week. But this is like really the only palette I want to use right now, but at least I've been able to use it twice. I'm using one of my Colourpop Disney palettes tomorrow, obviously. And also, like, none of those colors go with what I'm wearing. And then I use the LA Girl liner in the shade brown on my waterline. And then for my mascara, I just used the Essence Lash Primer. And then I just went in with my Colourpop Act Natural mascara. And then, I don't know how so much black got on the side, but okay. And then I just used my Lash Discovery in Alviva Beach. My Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes. I used my Colourpop bronzer in Alviva Beach, but we'll get to that. So I primed with the Do It Spray and then the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. I just grabbed what was in front of me when I was on the live. It's just easier that way. And then for my tinted moisturizer, I used the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. It lasts so well, even if it did come off a little bit on my nose, because again, I did get a massage, because I wanted to be relaxed for tomorrow. When I also was at the nail salon, I was like, I need to get a massage. And then for my concealer, I used the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer, because I love using these two together in the shade Fair 1. And then I set my under eyes with the Becca Hydra Mist powder, and then I set my face with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my bronzer, like I said, I used the Colourpop Alviva Beach bronzer just because it was in front of me. And then for my blush, I used the Clarity Cosmetics blush in the shade Honey Mustard, because I wanted to use it with this like mustardy toned eye, and I thought it was just such a pretty color to use with that. And then for the highlight, I went into my Blend Bunny Forget Me Not palette, and I just used the shade Cheers. And it's such a pretty, like, yellowish white gold. It's so pretty. And then I just set my face with the Do It Spray again. And then I set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I used the Colourpop Luxe Lipstick in the shade Oogie Boogie. I think it looks so pretty. And I wanted to use something Halloween-y, so this is like really my only nude Halloween lipstick. So I was like, that's perfect. So yeah, that's it. I gotta go. I'm tired. And you guys will see what my makeup look is for Comic-Con tomorrow. But I definitely won't have time to record a clip before I go because I have to leave early. So you'll just see a clip of it, of me wearing it, and then I will tell you guys what I wore later. So yeah, bye. Okay, so hey there guys, I want to tell you guys about my makeup look for Comic-Con for today. It was an absolute blast. I had the greatest time. It's always so much fun. But oh my god, I don't think I've been this tired since a long time. Since my sister's wedding. But this was probably worse because in California you have like this like rush, like vacation adrenaline that you run on. But this is just, it's so much walking. Let me see how many steps I did today, because I actually didn't check, but my friend checked his and he said that he did 16,000, so I probably did almost the same. Let's see. I love how it doesn't show. Friday, 13,937. Look at the average compared to the rest of the week. Yeah, literally today was the most. That's fucking nuts. Yeah, that's a lot. Oh my god. That's crazy. So, yeah, it was so much fun. So I wore my Sleeping Beauty dress, and a lot of people loved it. I also got this Barbie and Ken shirt there. I always try and get a t-shirt there. I got another t-shirt too, but of course I wanted to wear this one first. I got a Guardians t-shirt too, Guardians of the Galaxy, because I love Guardians of the Galaxy. And there's always this booth there that it's just so much fun. Oh my God, I love Comic-Con so much. I can't wait till next year, even though it's so tiring. I love it. And I also got my Loungefly bag, and this time I got a Beauty and the Beast one, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's so cute. I already put all my stuff in here so I can use it for the next year because I can't wait. I always just get a little bit hesitant to get the backpacks though, because I always get nervous about backpacks, because I did get stuff stolen out of it once, but that was at a concert. But anyway, the booth that I was talking about, and I think this is the last look of this video, by the way. I'm pretty sure it is. I didn't have any time to check, but I need to get into bed. I've been doing so much stuff right now. I'm just cleaning off my glasses. Do you see how scattered I am? I can't believe I'm even saying my makeup look right now. I need to go to sleep. The reason why it was such a long day is because I got up at 8, a little bit after 8, and me and my friend were supposed to take the 10:30 train, but when I got to his place, and picked him up, literally right before we got to his train station, he's like, "Oh, fuck, I forgot my tag." And I'm like, "Great, we have to go all the way back to get your tag." I was so pissed off, but at the same time, at least he only lives 10 minutes away from the train station, but it's you can't get in without the tag. So, so we took the 11 a.m. train, but that one was an hour and 20-minute train, so we didn't get to Penn until 12:30. So I was like, Chris, I'm gonna shoot you. But yeah, it was just so worth it. We just ended up looking at merch the entire day because there really wasn't anything else we wanted to look at. And the panels kind of sucked again this year, so we just looked at merch for literally 6 hours. It was crazy. So I primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and then I used the Amicole lip oil, and then I set my eyes with the Urban Decay pressed powder. And then for my eyeshadow palette, I, of course, had to go into one of my Disney Colourpop palettes. I used my Disney Colourpop Midnight Masquerade palette. And I had to use the Sleeping Beauty shades. So I went in with New Dream first. Then I darkened up the crease more with Merryweather. And then I went in with Quasimodo, but I didn't really find it was quite deep enough, so I just went over it again with Merryweather, and that worked. They kind of just blended together to create kind of a even deeper blue. So that was pretty much it. And then for my lid, I just went in with Spinning Wheel, of course, because that is Sleeping Beauty shade. I literally just got shimmer all over my finger. Great. And it's a duochrome pinkish white. It's so beautiful. Sorry, I'm blinding you. And then I just went in with Brighter Days from Blend Bunny on the brow bone. And then for my inner corners, I just went in with Mrs. Potts, and that was it. And then I sprinkled Floating Lantern and Royal Ball on top of the Spinning Wheel shade just so I could add some glitter. And that was it. So I only used 3 mattes and 3 of the shimmers. So yeah, actually I used 4 of the shimmers because I used Mrs. Potts on my inner corners, but I tend to keep the eyeshadow a little bit more simple when I'm going out for the whole day, because sometimes it can transfer if I put a color on the lower lash line. But it looks so pretty and it lasted all day, so success. And then for the waterline, I went in with Colourpop's Cream Gel Liner in the shade Prance. It just looks so pretty, and nothing transferred underneath my eyes the whole day, so that was great. Finally, it held up properly. Because sometimes even when I don't go in with lower lash line color, sometimes it transfers still. I don't even know where my mascara is. I just used my Gwen Stefani Can't Stop Staring mascara, and then I just used my Lash Discovery by Maybelline on the bottom lashes, and then I primed my face with the Do It Spray and the e.l.f. Hydrate Power Grip Primer. And then for my foundation, I always go in with my Lancome Teint Idol Ultra Wear Foundation if I need to wear something all day, and this one's in the shade 120N. And then for my concealer, I always use my Tarte C Hydroflex concealer. I love this concealer so much. In the shade Porcelain, 8 as Porcelain, and it lasted all day. It looked so good underneath the eyes when I came home. It's like an incredible concealer. And then I just use my Pat McGrath Labs powder underneath my eyes, and I set my face with my Urban Decay powder again. And then for my bronzer, I need to go to sleep. Oh my god, I went in with the Haus Labs bronzer in the shade Light Level 1. And then for my blush, I went into my Besame Sleeping Beauty palette, of course. And I love the packaging on this. It's so adorable. And I went in with, I just mixed these two shades together. Mostly I went in with this shade. So I just went in with the two pink shades from this palette. And then for my highlight, I went in with the new Odens Eye highlighter that I ordered with the Hella palette, because, the Halloween palette. And this one is called Pink Star. And I just thought this would be so beautiful with the... Fuck. Dumbass. Fucking annoying. Let me just... I don't even know how the hell that flew out of my hands, you dumbass. Anyway, I went in with the shade Pink Star. Jesus. Fucking moron. And then for my face... That was fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Like, literally so stupid. And then I set my face with the Milk Makeup setting spray. And then I set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. Why is everything so fucking annoying today? I love how this box can't even open by itself. Like, I have to, like, rip the whole thing. It's, like, ridiculously stupid. Oh my god, so stupid. And then I line my lips with the Urban Decay liner in the shade Obsess. I actually haven't used that in a really long time, and it looked really pretty. And then, of course, I went in with my Disney Luxe liquid lipstick in the shade Prince Philip from Colourpop, which is also from the Midnight Masquerade collection. And this was a really good lippy to wear all day. So, yeah, that's it. I'm going to sleep. Bye.